This is one of those risks most people underestimate until it happens to them. In the next few minutes, you will see exactly how it works, what the public breach record actually shows, and the simple steps that keep you safe. Let's start with what phishing actually is, without the scary language. Phishing is simply a message pretending to be someone you trust, sent to trick you into handing over something valuable. That might be a password, a verification code, or a payment. It usually arrives as an email or a text, dressed up to look like your bank, a delivery company, or a service you already use. The whole trick rests on one quiet assumption, that you will react to the message before you stop to question it. Here is the part worth hearing clearly. Falling for a phishing message has almost nothing to do with being careless or gullible. These messages are designed by people who study how humans react under pressure. They copy real logos, real wording, and real sender names. They land at busy moments when your attention is split. Anyone can be caught on the wrong day. Understanding that removes the shame, and shame is exactly what keeps people from asking for help when something feels off. Almost every phishing message follows the same quiet blueprint, and once you see it, you cannot unsee it. There is a trusted name to lower your guard, a reason to act right now, a link that looks close but not quite right, and a page that only exists to catch what you type. Each piece has a job. Break any one link in that chain and the whole thing falls apart. You do not need to be technical to spot the pattern. You just need to know the pattern is there. If there is one signal that matters more than any other, it is manufactured urgency. Your account will be closed, a payment failed, a package is held, someone logged in from another country. The specific story changes, but the goal never does, to push you from thinking into reacting. A calm mind checks the sender and hovers over the link. A rushed mind clicks. So the single most powerful habit you can build is to treat urgency itself as the warning sign, and to slow down precisely when a message tells you to speed up. The link is where most phishing quietly gives itself away. On a computer, you can rest your pointer over a link without clicking, and the true destination appears at the edge of the screen. On a phone, press and hold to preview it. Read it from the right side inward and look for the real company name sitting just before the first single slash. Scammers bury a familiar word somewhere in a long, strange address, hoping you only glance. A few seconds of looking is often all it takes. Let's step back and look at the scale rather than any single message. Phishing is not a rare misfortune that lands on unlucky people once in a lifetime. It is a constant, industrial background hum of the internet, sent out in enormous automated waves that reach ordinary inboxes every single day. What the record shows is simple. This is normal, ongoing, and aimed at everyone, not a select few. Treat it as the weather rather than a freak storm, and build habits that hold up in the rain. Phishing does not only live in email. The same playbook arrives by text message, where it is sometimes called smishing, and by phone call, where it is called vishing. A text about a missed delivery, a call claiming to be your bank's fraud team, an email about a locked account. Different doors, identical trick. Whatever the channel, the safe move is the same one. Do not act inside the message itself. Leave it and reach the company through a number or app you already trust. Here is a single habit that defeats a huge share of phishing on its own. Never use the link or number inside a message that pressures you. Instead, go to the company the way you always do. Open their official app, or type their address yourself, or call the number printed on your card. If the warning was real, you will see it there too. If it was fake, you have just stepped completely around the trap without having to prove anything to anyone. Going to the source yourself is your safest reflex. You will not always be certain, and that is completely fine. Uncertainty is not a failure. It is your instinct doing its job. When a message sits wrong with you, the answer is never to click just to find out. Pause it, ask someone you trust, call the company directly. A scam relies on you feeling too embarrassed to check, so checking is exactly how you win. The few minutes it takes to confirm are always cheaper than the hours it takes to recover a stolen account. Now let's build the layer that protects you even on the day a trick actually works. Two-factor authentication asks for a second proof when you log in, usually a code from an app on your phone. So even if you type your password into a fake page, the attacker still cannot get in because they do not have that second step. Turn it on for your email first, since your email can reset almost everything else, and then add it to your bank and main accounts. There is one modern twist worth knowing. Because so many people now use those second-step codes, scammers have started asking for them directly. A caller claims to be support and says they just sent you a code to verify who you are, then asks you to read it back. Here is the firm rule. That code is a key, and no real company will ever ask you to say it aloud or type it into a chat. A code request from another person is a scam every single time. Let's also make sure that if one password is ever caught, it cannot become a master key. The way to do that is a password manager, which creates a long, unique password for every account and remembers them all for you. That way, a single page that fools you exposes exactly one login, not every login you own. You never reuse because you never have to remember. It quietly turns a scary moment into a small, contained one, and it makes your everyday sign-ins faster too. Let's put a genuine message and a phishing message side by side, because the differences are steady and learnable. A real message from a company tends to be calm, specific, and never demands your password or a code. A fake one leans on pressure, vague greetings, and links that do not quite match. None of these clues requires special skill to notice. They just require the one habit we keep returning to, slowing down long enough to actually look before you act. Suppose you already clicked and typed something in. Do not panic and please do not stay silent. Act quickly and in order. Change the password on that account right away and change it anywhere you reused it. Turn on the second step if it was not already on. Watch for logins or messages you did not make. If money is involved, contact your bank directly. Moving fast and calmly turns a bad click into a near miss, and reporting it helps protect the next person too. None of this asks you to become an expert, and that is the whole point. Phishing is constant, clever, and aimed at everyone, but the power it has over you is surprisingly small once you build a few reflexes. Distrust urgency. Look at links. Go to the source yourself. Turn on a second step and let a password manager keep every login unique. Those few habits, repeated quietly, diffuse the vast majority of what we have talked about today. Set them up once, and they protect you every single day after. That is how it works and how to stay ahead of it. The breach data is from I Been Pwned, all public. If this helped, share it with one person who reuses passwords and subscribe to Cyber Explainers to keep your digital life safe.